Okay, we are back at it with Doom for the Super Nintendo. No, I'm not kidding. I mean, you've seen it in my commercial bumpers as early as today. But, yeah, that's what we're doing today, because that's what I feel like playing. This was a frickin' marvel when it came out. Because, first of all, I mean, yeah, there's some compromises. We got some letterboxing happening. It was a Super Nintendo. Of course there's going to be letterboxing. But even as early as, like, this room, it's lower resolution than the 32X version, but it's significantly more accurate. There's so many more textures that weren't in there. The geometry is more accurate too, like these levels right in front of us. The blue, the way the floor indents, it's a little simpler and less colorful in the 32X version. So while this version you get like a whole lot of compromise, you still get one of the most complete ports of the game that existed. So I still think it's worth discussing and playing, no matter how chunky it may be. I'll take this one over the 3DO all day, but, you know, I would also play that for this channel. But that's enough yammering. It's time to start shooting some people. Wait a minute. Right. Now, this game just starts when you power it on. You see the title screen, and then it starts. If you want to, like, you know, have some controls, you gotta go to hit start, hit your new game. Wrong button. And now here's a really neat thing that's exclusive to this version of the game. Your episode selection is actuated by your difficulties. So if you play on the easiest difficulty, you're only going to be able to play on Knee Deep in the Dead. Same is true on Hey Not Too Rough. You start playing on Hurt Me Plenty, which is the equivalent of normal, then the Shores of Hell opens up. But if you turn it up to hard mode, then the final episode opens up. Of course, when you play on the max difficulty, the whole game is there for you. But yeah, we have very easy, kinda easy, normal mode, hard mode. You got something to prove? Yes, we do, because that's what we're going to be playing on. And we're going to start from square one. I imagine if anybody's watching on, like, their phone right now, they're like, how are you seeing and shooting anything? Because I never really stopped playing this version. I, in fact, am so excited for the re-release that was threatened earlier this year. Or was it last year? Whenever. Limited Run Games announced that there was going to be a re-release of this game. A more complete version of this game. Because one of many compromises that this game had to make to just work on the Super Nintendo was it couldn't have all of the stages. You saw we have all 3 episodes from the main game, but not every stage is, you know, represented. Of the original 27 levels, this version gets 22, which is more levels than the 32X. Unbelievable, honestly. And the sound is honestly really good too. There are definitely some falters in it. I mean, there's obviously the sample rates, and when you have lots of sound effects rubbing up against each other, it gets kind of funny. Like when we get the chain gun or the chainsaw, oh my god, that poor sound chip will be trying its very, very best. Now you might be thinking, damn, those things are moving a lot faster than they ought to. Well, yeah, nightmare. Except it's even more exacerbated on this version. Like, you can absolutely turn fast monsters on. I mean, first you had to do it through command prompts, but in the current version on all conventional hardware, you can just turn it on in regular difficulty. When you're setting up a lobby, and so forth. I believe it's called Ultraviolence Plus. So it's got like the fast monsters from Nightmare, but it doesn't have the respawning enemies that normal Nightmare mode does. Now, you'll notice enemies are not respawning here. That's because that's the one thing this version couldn't do. So this version of Nightmare is actually pretty close to Ultraviolence Plus on current platforms. Gotta go back for all the secrets because those were included too. Boom! Hey, oh, right. That is line def actuated, not activation. Or when I say activation, I mean using your activate key. Couldn't do transparent textures either, but come on, it's a Super Nintendo. It's a minor fucking miracle that this version works in any capacity. Never mind as well as it does. It's a more consistent experience than the 3DO somehow. Oh, what a great version. Only 86% items? Whatever. We're not going for triple score, but we are going to complete every level in this game. Weapons are still so satisfying to use. Swear to God, you could put them in anything, and Doom just has, like, a kind of balance that is sublime in its weapons. Oof! Shouldn't that imp have come down by now? I know he heard me. Or at least I think he did. I mean, it's great that he's letting me power up. There he is. Still able to take advantage of how height and stuff works. I mean, make no mistake, this is not like the original Doom engine. This obviously is not that. This was something that was built specifically for the system because somebody believed that hard that we need Doom on absolutely everything, and bless that man's heart doing God's work. Wait. Oh, right. I didn't activate that yet. That's why that didn't happen. Randy Linden, I want to say his name is. And if I'm not mistaken, he's also, like, in the development of the limited run Super Nintendo Doom re-release that I was talking about. That will include all the levels, including the levels from Episode 4, which has never been on the Super Nintendo before. On paper, this is quite a bold idea, and in practice, I am so here for it. And you'd better believe that I will be streaming that the second that cartridge is in my hands. See that black stop? Now he's dead. That was a shotgun sergeant, don't you know? And yes, I do know. And yes, I did kill him. Boop! The shotgun rifle. You know what? It is. It is absolutely a shotgun that functions as a sniper rifle. I wouldn't have landed a kill, like, from that distance away with the regular shotgun in the original Doom engine, that's for sure. Rip to any of my viewers watching on their phones. Oh yeah, now we're at 100. Give me that 200 boost. I have arrived. 1 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6:30. Welcome, Winters. Always good to see you. That was actually a pretty good story from all the way back when we were first playing this, him and I. Now, we had this idea where I was going to play this blindfolded, and I would be guided by clock positioning. So, he would shout, 1 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and I'd be trying to match, you know, as best as I think I could from no watch point of reference, spinning in approximate degrees. The damage kept piling up, so it was like, 6:30! Like, wait, what? Then I just kind of froze and died. We failed miserably. Good RE3 reference. Or no, that's 2. That's Chief Irons. When he failed to protect her daughter, the mayor's daughter. God knows what else he was gonna do. Implications unpleasant. Don't you? Oh, right. You just open normally. On every other version, you know, those in the actual Doom engine, you actually have to shoot those. I love that, first of all, this is probably the least modded I've played Doom for the channel. And this is the first Super Nintendo game I've played through for the channel. There's a very poetic appropriateness to this, considering how much time I spent with this cartridge when I was young. And just like I had mentioned earlier, when the subject of Nintendo came up, or rather Nintendo and its software ports, I love any situation that I can get Doom and Zelda and Metroid in the same place. And this was my first taste of that possibility. It felt awesome to just jam a bit of A Link to the Past and then be like, alright, time for shotguns. Remember what I was saying about that sound and weapons like the chainsaw and chain gun. They try. Chainsaw, Cyber Demon, 2 in the morning. Yup, that was definitely me. Staying the night at Winters' when I was younger. And we were playing this, as we would always be doing. And I had managed to beat the Cyber Demon with a chainsaw. And of course it was 2 a.m., but I didn't give a fuck. Oh my god! Totally woke his parents up, but his mom was real understanding darling. She's like, oh my god, go to sleep, you fools. That's great, guys. Just shut up. Though honestly, the Super Nintendo is a platform of kings. There is something for everybody. Sometimes lots of things for everybody. I also appreciated when the id Software Nintendo combination was more realized on the Nintendo 64. Doom 64 is like one of my all-time favorite games, second only to the original Doom for me. Having that on the same system as fucking Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, like, that Doom 64 wasn't even a port. It was a whole new game. Just like that was a whole new Zelda. That was some real shit. People also need to hear just how had-ass this soundtrack is, too. Hard-ass, maybe? Is that what you meant? Some had-asses. And granted, this soundtrack definitely isn't as good as the original. It shits on the version that was on Sega's 32X. Legendarily bad. I call that one the Zippers and Farts edition. Badass. Oh, badass, this soundtrack. Yeah, this is definitely super good of a soundtrack translation. And I have my masters. Look! There's different kinds of mistakes. When they move that fast, the chain gun really is good at keeping them stun locked. Bless you, Super Nintendo, you're trying so hard to keep up with the sounds. Oh, hello. Time to go back to the shotgun, I think. There was definitely one part of the experience with the 32X version that I had that isn't entirely that version's fault, and that is the fact that I was trying to play it with the standard 3-button controller. That's a bit tough, to say the least. The Super Nintendo version had a nice full range of face buttons, also L and R, which made strafing a snap compared to the less instinctive having to hold activate down and then start moving left to right in addition. It's not quite circle strafing, but it's the closest you'll get. This map is so rich with secrets. God, we were just here the other day, except we were ninjas. Is Zuna dropping people? There's usually a ton of shotgun sergeants here, but I think maybe they hit the monster limit in this level. Maybe. I mean, who knows? I've seen people... I think it's actually the same guy who's been working on the development of the newly coming limited run version of this game that had been getting, like, John Romero's sigil working on the Super Nintendo, like through this engine, of course, like rebuilding engines from levels from Sigil in this engine. And he was doing the same for Final Doom maps and, like, pulling it off. And the SNES had more levels and monsters despite being less powerful. Wild. It's true. The 32X had no Cyber Demon, no Spider Mastermind, but guess what? We have every boss accounted for here. Also, in the 32X version, it's impossible to acquire the BFG regularly in the game. You actually have to cheat to get it. But honestly, since the toughest thing you're going to be fighting is a Baron, why would you need it? I understand the people who take the 32X version over this. As I understand, they put the soundtrack on mute, put on a good old trusty CD from the 90s, and just go. Not willing to take the hit performance and resolution necessary to get a more complete game, but I'm a much bigger fan of completion. This was still, like, now granted I was introduced to Doom 1 on the PC. This was, like, the version that I got to play the most because that, you know, it was on my thing. It wasn't the family PC, or I was playing it at a friend's place, or, you know, this was the one I played the most. And then once I was able to get myself a PS1, and then Doom for it has Doom 1 and 2 as like a big campaign, and that's awesome. But the levels that appear for the Doom 1 segment are the same limited, stripped back versions of the game that appear in the Jaguar/32X version. So, for a long while, I had this great little Doom trilogy. If I wanted to play Doom 1, I would play this. When I wanted to play Doom 2 or Thy Flesh Consumed, I would play the PlayStation version. And then, of course, Doom 64, rounding everything out. Honestly, I think the real secret sauce to getting stuff like this, despite having less grunt, is... I mean, yeah, there's the Super FX chip, which is doing its more than its fair share of heavy lifting. But the efficiency of programming it must take to get a game this complete down to that file size. Or when I say complete, you know, this representative of the original. You know, 22 of 27 levels, like I said, sure as hell ain't bad. Beats the 13, 14, whatever levels were in the 32X. It had less, incredibly. Meanwhile, while we are missing some, we have a very complete, nonetheless, campaign here. Some things did have to get shifted around. For example, since the level that normally houses the secret exit in the Shores of Hell was one of the levels that was cut, then that secret exit was implanted into a different stage. The secret level is still in the episode, though. They kept all the secret stages. And the Spider Mastermind, yep. We're not taking that exit yet. I want to stock up more. There's so much more left in this level. see a couple of like larger set pieces. Like normally there's big poles here, but those are represented by sprite decals that are probably just a little bit bigger than we want to commit memory to. Every byte of data is so crucial. You should briefly tell everyone about the novel when you have a chance. Oh, the novel. I've actually brought up the novel before, but oh, I love it. It's one of the most hilariously bad things I've ever read in my life. It's like there's being true to the game, and then there's like this book. Like when I read this book, I could play along and with this game, and you would be able to tell me exactly where and when the guy is, no matter how nonsense it is. And then of course there's the segues that just fucking kill me. Like later when they're in the shores of hell. Yeah, I can track this even by the book. But in the book, they're at a part where there's a darkened maze, and I hit the wrong exit. Oh fuck, whatever, I'm not going back. And he's like, we exchanged 5 shiny rockets for a yellow keycard. Don't ask. Like, alright, okay. But my absolute favorite is when they're fighting the cyber demon in the book. And there we are. And he's like, we pumped rocket after it. It complained. Like, I can't keep it together anytime I read that. It's just so bad. It's like eating Cheese Whiz as a meal. Actually, no, that's too much. I can't imagine anyone eating a jar, and I absolutely have read that book in a single sitting before. Let's say putting a fancy cheese in something like Kraft Dinner, like Camembert, into your cheap-ass Kraft Dinner. We'll call it Crymembert in this case. It's so bad, it's good. Maybe Cheese Whiz is a better example. But that series goes completely insane after a point. Like, the first book mostly follows this, and then the second book seems loosely based off of Doom 2. And then the third book, we have gone literally to space. We've made friends with space monkeys named Sears and Roebuck. And then, well, they find out how to get to space, or the next part of their mission, by buying cables from Radio Shack that you can plug into a dude and do virtual reality body surfing. Burfing, as one of the characters calls it. So they burf with a meth head, and then they start complicating the demon's plans and end up going to Disney World. And then somehow they end up in space with Sears and Roebuck. The Freds, yeah. It turns out that in the end, the demons aren't actually demons. They're an alien race called the Freds, and they're at war with a number of races over literature. It's like, okay. But then in the final book, we find out that we've actually been living in a computer for untold decades, and everyone's been dead for a super long time, and we're at the behest of the user. So we're gonna make friends with monsters in here after giving a liquid beetle a hug. All of this happens. I swear. This is not the diary. Well, it probably is actually the Diaries of a Madman, but this isn't a series of books called Doom, explicitly saying based on by id Software. Excuse me. The best part is somewhere on the cover, or at least the version that I have, it says, in the grand tradition of Heinlein's Starship Troopers. Like, what? What in this book resembles Starship Troopers to you? Just point to any of it. God, I love the shotgun fucking rifle magnum, whatever you would call this. It's like Halo's handgun. Absolutely murderous at any range. Jesus, he cleared that in like 3 steps. He wanted a piece of me. The speed they move at is just ridiculous. And also the fact that you might have noticed that we can only see the monsters from the front. That makes the Pinkies especially ridiculous looking. Obviously, the Super Nintendo didn't have enough memory to account for the other angles of the monsters. Also, probably the complexity of the AI. It's pretty close, actually. It's just weird to see everybody moving from the front. Okay, we can't leave this level yet. Because we got lots of stuff to find. Did you explain how Nightmare works in this version? Yes! You get your fast monsters, but you do not get your respawning enemies like you do in the PC. Though in many cases, I feel the speed of the demons is much faster here than the fast monsters that you can enable on the PC, now conventionally through Ultraviolence Plus. And console versions too, if anyone's playing Doom 1 and 2 and they want fast monsters but don't want demons getting up every 30 seconds. Which is understandable. I don't think I got hurt that badly. Seems I did. Oh, I think there's a med kit I left behind. Yes, there is. Now we can make use of that. Do we kill everyone in this room? Yes. Just take out that barrel. Go get that health, pick up that armor, and we will consider this level done. Honestly, there hasn't been a console, like a proper, of all the 90s consoles, 90s, 2000s console versions of Doom, I don't believe there was ever a true representation of what Nightmare was with the respawning monsters until consoles became powerful enough that you could, you know, for want of better explanation, just drop the PC version on it. Like, the original Xbox had those as extras in the deluxe edition of Doom 3 and any edition of Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil. Their Nightmare worked fine. Any other console that advertised Nightmare, you got some sort of compromise, but not the respawning monsters you might remember. Did I just fucking not get the armor? Oh my god! That chunky thing moves so quickly! I
can't get you. Come up here.
No. I wouldn't be able to get back up to him even if I wanted to. That platform only raises once. Which is the real bitch if you screw up getting that armor. Then all you can do is sit there and stare at it, knowing that you could have had it. Get through the door, you yuts. Back from lunch. Welcome back, Toil. What version is this? This is God's own Super Nintendo. It be chunky, but it sounds great. Whoa, hello. And the monsters are crazy fast. This stage has definitely one of the pieces of music I think really benefited by being done through the Super Nintendo sound font. Not that I felt any particular track got weaker, but this is a real standout use of the SNES synth, whatever sound font they used. Just the other day, being here as a ninja, getting pulled through was pretty great. Circumventing like half the level and then going back to do the half the level anyway, because I needed help badly. Well, the absolute funniest part about the Xbox version of original Doom, that was, as I said, for want of better explanation, just the PC version dropped in, that still had its own problems. Like, for example, the music played at half the speed it was supposed to. And also, the skybox was just mostly incorrect. Now, when I say that, I mean, like, see the sky up there, right? Now here, or in every episode of Doom, or at least every segment of story if you're playing on Doom 2, that's how you know what chapter you're in, what skybox you're seeing. Here we're seeing Phobos. As the novel describes, it's a drinking man's moon. I have no idea what that means. I can only begin to guess. But it shows the same skybox for episodes 2 and 3, which it absolutely should not be doing. And that wouldn't be so bad. But, you know, when you reach out to Activision, be like, hey, what's with this? This isn't right. We should be seeing a Hell skybox. They, honest to God, said, the Marine never goes to Hell in the original game. Okay, sure. Good. You thought people were out of touch now. That's just always been a thing. Never trust PR. Such good music here. They really utilized the sound card the best they could. Absolutely. Like, this is a soundtrack good enough that I'd listen to this version just outside of playing it. Are you sure about that? Yeah. It's like, who did they have answering these emails? Obviously not people who were a part of this. I think the next release we would see would be on the Xbox 360, where the music issue persisted, but the Skybox issue was fixed, and nobody had to say anything grotesquely stupid to the Doom community like that. Now, this is a fun artifact. Normally, I hate this damn thing in the PC. Like, or when I pick this up in that expansion Going Down, and I'm just like, fuck, I hate this thing. because it causes things to shoot at angles, and that actually makes me strafe into shots and take more hits. Here, in this version, it's not partial invisibility, it's total fucking invisibility until you shoot them. Then they become aware of you. I called him Ron too. He didn't find that funny. More golden quotes from this god-awful book. It's worth a read just for the laughs. Like, there is really nothing like it. Hey, guys. Oh, I guess sometimes being shot in the face isn't enough. Dude. These people just watching their friends get massacred, not doing fuck all. See, now that artifact is fucking useful. Should have picked up that rad suit before starting this. Oh well, that's on me. Okay, that switch was activated. Damn. Oh, come on, I need that platform. You are just causing problems. I cast thee out. What a great lab. I really should have picked that up. That could have saved me that ding. We'll just pick that up. I'm sure I could have squozen those extra 4% if I scavenged around a bit more, but pretty sure we're good. 194 is A-okay. Yeah, there would have been a stim pack. Could have got it there. Whoa! Damn it! Fast, agile refrigerators. Or no, they're just like... How did that man... The instruction manual describes them as sort of like shaved gorillas, but with bigger teeth. They're not wrong. I would be just as frightened of a gorilla barreling at me in the same manner as a pinky barreling at me. One will just beat the shit out of you until you're paste, and then the other will eat you. Point is, you're not getting out of that alive, no matter who you're picking. Unless you're the Doom guy. Sweet. Gotta love when you get there. Ah! Pro tip, shoot the cyber demon until it's dead. Yeah. Oh, one of the best memes to ever come out of that fandom. And GamePro. Come on now, get in there, get the actual light goggles. I like how behind some of the sounds are. God, they're trying so hard. They're probably like, wait, there's not enough data. The channel's not available. Play it anyway. Jeez. He was stuck, and then suddenly, like, There wasn't even a frame. He was just like, blah, just there. What'd you? Oh, right. The, not command control. God, whatever. Damn. Phobos control? Oh, that's gonna bug me. Point is, I just realized we skipped a level, because that level wasn't available. Glad they included this level, though. This is probably... Well, there's no probably about it. This is my favorite level in Knee Deep of the Dead. No, command controls that level with the garbage lift. And there's Phobos Lab. Central Command? No, that doesn't sound right. I'm gonna be thinking about that all damn day. Central processing. That's it. Ah, central processing. That's the word. That's the word. And the stage. That was cut. Normally, there's central processing after Phobos Lab, and then we get here. Least favorite level overall in all episodes. Now, do you mean in, like, the totality of Doom 1? Or I suppose you just said all episodes, but, do you mean all episodes in this version, or do you mean all episodes including Thy Flesh Consumed? Do you mean just the levels available in the Super Nintendo version? That could change my answer. I'm going to be thinking about that. Just SNES Doom. Ooh. That is a real thinker. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with the military base, the secret stage we accidentally skipped earlier in the episode. And that was a genuine accident. I just kind of zoned out because I was yapping and autopiloted my way to the regular exit. Because there's nothing that particularly stands out to me in that stage, apart from the music. But we get that music again when we get to the secret stage of Inferno. I always thought you hated Dark Citadel for some reason. I think you're getting confused, because Dark Citadel is one of my favorite stages from Doom 64. Do you mean Unholy Cathedral? I don't actually think that level... Fuck, now I'm actually having trouble remembering if that's in Inferno in this game. Well, we're gonna find out, because we're doing the whole damn game. Yahoo! Whoa, I can't believe I made it and then missed. Oh, it's not like I need the area map. I clearly got this shit on lockdown. But on the odd chance that you do mean Unholy Cathedral, I do find it kind of frustrating when I'm not able to find the correct teleporter, but I'm never in there long enough for the stage to wear out its welcome. Who the fuck is shooting me? There! Listen, we've been playing Doom for 30 plus years, cut me a break. But yeah, I was referring to the level in Inferno. Then in that case, that level's fine. You know, sometimes the teleporter mechanic is a little bit more obtuse than I'd like. That's only when I keep getting the runaround. But I don't mind it, and I'm never there long enough for it to really be a point of contention. The military base, in contrast, seems to drag on, and the worst part is, since this isn't a version that allows you to save, then you do the whole damn base again. That stage gets old quick. Wait, I have every key. What am I doing? All right. Normally I'd use rockets, but the rocket launcher is treacherous in this version. Now you got me thinking about Doom 64 with Dark Citadel. Such a good level. Such a good game. There might be a Doom 64 stream coming in the near future. And that is just fine, because honestly, there's a month before Doom The Dark Ages comes out, so there's probably going to be a lot more Doom period being played, whether I intend to or not. You see, the thirst is going to intensify. Then it's going to take over my fucking life like every Doom game does when it comes out. Is that the one with the green fire skybox? Yes. I was gonna say, I've seen a lot of green skyboxes lately, but yes, that one has a green fire skybox in one of the last 2 levels of hell. There's a lot of skyboxes in Doom 64, honestly. Like, even like the UAC segment, actually, I think I'll use the same one when you're still in the Phobos base. But when you get to hell, there's a couple of different ones. Keeps it really varied and interesting. Doom 64 might actually be my favorite hell segment in all of Doom games. Inferno was absolutely instrumental, but I really just love Doom 64. Probably should have got some shells while I was there. I see you, you chunk of pixel. Oh wow, look at that, ran out of shells. Oh, it's occurring to me now, if you were asking if Dark Citadel was the one with the burning green skybox. In that case, no, it's not. Dark Citadel has a bluish skybox, different than the Hell skybox that was just being seen in the previous stage, Altar of Pain, if I remember correctly. Dark Citadel has... yeah, that bluish one. I'm trying to remember the name of the stage that actually had the greenish one towards the end. It's not Burnt Offerings. I'd have to have this stage list in front of me. It's not... No, no escape is... That's just before it. Now we get dead. I don't think I fired a single rocket. Once you beat the big badasses and cleaned out the moon base, you're supposed to win, aren't you? Aren't you? Where's your fat reward and ticket home? What the hell is this? It's not supposed to end this way. It stinks like rotten meat. It looks like you're lost on the Demos base. It looks like you're stuck on the shores of hell. The only way out is through. Continue the Doom experience and play the Shores of Hell and its sequel, Inferno. You got it, buddy? That's what I was thinking of. Doom 64 has some awesome skyboxes and the best opening. Absolutely correct on both cases. That game has such an absolute big-time first impression. Well, he asked so politely. Yeah, he twisted my rubber arm real hard. But the opening of Doom 64 showing off like the redesign of all the monsters, just slaughtering these Marines like they're nothing, and then twisting around and then fading into the logo with a bit of that ambient music and then smearing everything into blood like that. That's a first impression that's just unlike any Doom game. Obviously hooked me immediately, but we're going to talk a lot more about that when Doom 64 comes to this channel. God damn it, finally a shotgun. The rate of attack is just bananas. Alright, gotta health up. I don't know how I'm going to be able to survive getting the plasma gun. I really, really would like to have it. Alright, I think we can get it with 70. Assuming I don't get hung up on something, which is real possible in this version. Real possible. I mean, anything's possible. Later on, I found a way to shoot myself in the back of the head with a plasma gun. Something that I've only found possible on this version. That was really costly. You know what? You guys can just stay back there. I think there's a good enough source of health I can bounce back. Oh yeah, we just gotta wipe them out first. I remember that. Rockets too. Yeah. Oh, shit! Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, come on! Definitely not something I want to be trying to do while my health is so precarious. But yeah, I'll probably end up doing that with the rocket launcher against the Cyber Demon. Any wide open space with a boss fight. It's that, and you know, the Spider Mastermind was where I originally found that I could do this absurd feat of physics. They move so fast, it's funny, even though it's actually really bad for you. Ugh, 10 shells. Go! Get on the road, Peanuts! Oh, he was gonna eat my ass off. Oh, right. Right, we skip a level or so. No, not or so. So we would have normally ended up in the containment area, which is, most would describe it as a maze of boxes, and they're not incorrect. Unfortunately, that's my favorite level in the shore. Well, no, it's not. It's my second favorite level in the Shores of Hell. This one still has my favorite level, which comes right after this one in the Demos lab. Oof. Stop running out of ammo. You chump. Berserker back in man and a half. Alright, surely we got some bullets. Bullets, that's the problem. Oh, wait, no, that's not a problem. There's a fucking chain gun in there. Stop getting hung up on the wall. I love how they can still damage each other, but they won't infight. But, whoa, something was eating me from behind. Let's be more mindful of that. Let's not waste shells here immediately. That was the bad thing. Very glad to not have that Pinky's attention yet, but... yep, he spotted me! Oh, keep him hung up. Stay right there, outside of being able to be... Oh, I know what ate me. It was you or the cacodemon that you're about to expose. Yeah, you absolutely would have caused me that shit ton of damage at the same time as the other one. Oh, God, they move so fast! Good. Keep getting hung up on that wall. No, no, don't move like you're spatially aware. Get hung up on shit like me. It's all the rage. Jesus! Now, with nobody else wanting a ready piece of my ass, this should go a lot better. Honestly, the big reason they won't fight each other is because there wasn't enough memory to have the monsters from different angles, so they couldn't turn to face each other. But I still appreciate that they can damage each other. Out of bullets. Plenty of shells, though. That's good. And you know what? That's worth grabbing right now, just in case. Rocket's always a good thing. Shouldn't have taken that rad suit early, but whatever. Should have taken care of those for... Oh, y'all take the fucking complete invisibility. Let's cause some real problems. Now remember how I said certain secrets had to be moved around and stuff? Here, we're seeing some changed secrets. This switch is not in any other version. And I was about to say the BFG there, but nope, that's not where that is either. There's a version that put it there. I just can't remember which one it was off the top of my head. Like Winter said, we've been playing Doom 30 years. Some of it just goes all the way together. Do I have a rocket launcher? No, I don't. Just a plasma gun. $33, 2... Is that 2 barons or 1? I think it's still worth using some plasma. Holy shit, he is booking it. That's like so many more times faster than a Baron with the Fast Monsters flag should be. Jumble of pink nonsense. Where'd you go? Oh, I think I saw him. Yep. You almost got a flank on me. Did I leave any shells there by any chance? Hey, 4 is pretty good. That should get me through the next part. That is so many zombie. With an attack rate like this, that's a real problem. And then there's Mr. Movement Speed. Ha! And Imp took that one out. Oh, crap. Okay, now this comes in clutch here. I hated it when I went through this last time, but since this is total invisibility until I shoot somebody, or brush too closely under their nose, I guess. There we go. Now we got a rad suit, we're good. We are just peachy. Now what was normally just a nice, keen secret is another shifted secret. Since we are missing the level that normally houses the secret exit to the hidden level, that secret exit has been moved here. This area is not in other versions of the game. Yeah, you're gonna want that plasma rifle good and ready. I've got Slayer on in the background as you're playing. It feels like grade 10 and you and Mike are having epic death matches. Oh my god. Wow, what a time to be alive. Some of my fondest memories doing death matches there. Just like that. Put on some Slayer, we'd all play Doom. Ah! Surrounded by really fucking fast barons! Oh my god! Oh my god! They move too fast! Oh, that's too fast. That's too fast! Stop moving so goddamn quickly! God, you literally can't... See, normally the thing about this level is you're supposed to piss everything off and then use infighting. But since infighting doesn't exist and all the monsters are very fast, there's a very different flow to this level. One of these streams, what I'm gonna do is I'll start some multiplayer, but I'll leave a room code in the chat, so if anybody, period, I'll leave the thing just open to the public, so get some randos going, play Doom with you, the viewers. Oh crap! I forgot there was two there that just kind of close in. Okay, actually the rocket launcher is really fucking stupid to use here, given how quickly that distance could be closed. I mean, that's why they gave us all those energy cells, I'm pretty sure explicitly. Plasma does a lot more damage in this game, but that's to counterbalance the fact that it can't fire nearly as quickly as it can on the original version. On the plus side, it still shreds with the same amount of efficiency. Say, don't let the easiest keylock sequence in all of Doom history be what keeps me at the next level. Good, now we're nice and stocked. Yay, first triple 100 that I've observed. This is my favorite level in the Shores of Hell. Very glad to see it here. Love the atmosphere, the environment, and again, the way the music sounds in this level. Just, mwah. Just like the outstanding example in the Phobos lab in the previous episode. Just exemplary example. Really bad to use those words too close together, but either way, like that is an excellent example of the Doom soundtrack not needing to be metal all the time. There's a kind of dread that a track like this and the Phobos lab brings out that just isn't had when you're just going and rocking the whole time. Balance is important. Get back, you shaved gorilla. Okay, I thought somebody got my flank, but no, it's just everybody managing to shoot through here. And there's another fine example of programming. How the hell did you do that? Because the 32X version, you know, on the system twice as powerful, these crushing things don't exist on that version. The system couldn't do it, but they're working just fine here. Don't know the whys and hows, but I can be absolutely gobsmacked by the results. Oh wait, no, we want that. We like the total invisibility here. So used to avoiding this thing on sight. Of course, once you shoot them, they know exactly where you are. Perfect. A lot of seagulls, they either found something or they're having a fight. Or they're having a fight over something they found. Obviously, this hallway would have been a lot less dangerous on the 32X. You died like 2 seconds ago, but that's okay. Cry out now. Oh man, those lost souls are very good at wedging themselves in places I don't want them to be, no matter what platform they're on. Oh, get that fucking... Getting hung up on road peanuts. Engine peanuts, whatever you'd call that. I mean, it's to be expected. I cut this version a lot of slack. It happens just as often in the big boy versions, getting hung up on stuff too. Well, maybe not as often, but you know, it still happens. You should not be getting that close to me. Shouldn't you be... There you go. I'm gonna say, you feel like you should be at the end of your rope. In this case, what the 32X did was they encased this in like a regular kind of brick, and it was a regular room, but the door was over here, and you had to activate it by a switch instead of it being left on a tempting crusher that you don't want to stand too closely on or linger too much on. Wait, no, we don't go down that way. There's definitely a better way to do this. Aha! Wasn't there a big plasma cell down here? No, doesn't look like it. Say, the rockets might not be advisable because I'm dropping off right at close range. I'm just gonna force my way through. No, sir. We don't need any of that. Okay, that doesn't scroll anymore. Well, obviously not. That would be a hell of a thing. Neat that they used the bloody skull texture here instead of the stretched face texture. Wait. Do not collect your exit until you've collected your health. There we go. Ah, Halls of the Damned. This is that level where you're at in the books when our hero says, "We traded 5 shiny rockets for a new yellow key card." Don't ask. Get the health kit, you dipshit. This level is absolutely devious for new players because there is a trap, like an actual honest-to-God trap, like there's a fake exit that fakes you out and dumps you into a pit full of monsters. What the hell did I think I was going to accomplish here? Wow. What the hell was I thinking? Incredible. I was probably thinking, I got Berserk, bitch! Get some! I've handled worse. Arlene Sanders, yeah, she certainly did say that when they came across a switch that was just a giant dick. Sticking up at a 45-degree angle, the book says. Doom Guy did not wish to touch it. Arlene has handled worse. Of course, in that book, our hero is named Flynn Taggart. I was confusing him briefly with John Kane from the Doom 3. Powerful gal. That's the exact maze area where the exchange for the rockets and the yellow key happens. And that's actually fairly true to what happens in the level. Except in there, it's a red key. The yellow key is actually guarded by cacodemons. Even though Doom Guy is a born lever puller. It's true, he even describes himself that way. Some levers you just don't tug, I guess. Excuse me. Don't you dare start firing rockets at close range. That was almost like capital stupid. Okay, let's go get that yellow key. Except we're gonna play tradesies with a cacodemon for it instead of a baron. Fuck, they can shoot through each other. Would you stop switching to the rocket launcher? What is wrong with you? I am not bothered if I end up dying this run, because I've started pretty rough. I know I could do better. In fact, you know what? Let's do better. Where's the wall? Wha-bam! Alright, let's try this again. I don't know how the hell that shot connected, but whatever. Whatever. That rocket just went through him. Like, directly through him. I saw it go through him and impact against the wall. I cannot wait to check that out on replay. Okay, we're not gonna storm in there. With our fists. And end up losing a ton of health. There, already we're doing a ton better. Was that road peanuts? Yes, it was. Otherwise, I should have backed into that key. Are you guys still not aware of me? You stuttering beauty. Carrying me through good-sized mobs. Alright, but if I keep on you, you're gonna end up trying to switch to the fucking rocket launcher. Oh, stay there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Did I just waste that med kit instead of stim pack? I did. Incredible. I will pay for that. Pick up the armor, you fool. We need that. Like, bad. The sound card just forgot a couple of shells. Spat them out all at once. Jeez. Oh, crap. Alright, let's get reoriented here. Was this where I came in? I really need to establish this. Yes, it is. Okay. So that means we go right. The yellow key is in here. I will just take this, and ignore you. Trust you'll get hung up on road peanuts and peace the fuck out and run like hell. Fake exit is in one of the many doors in that area, and we're just not gonna devote the resources to it. Not that it's a one-way ticket, you can fight your way out, but there's... No, if we don't have to, why would we? I had better take care of those before they become a serious problem. There we go. That should take care of all but the most serious threats. Because I don't think there's another, like, actual Baron in here. Just lost souls, imps, and riffraff. that ammo? No. Fine. Oh, that is, though. No, that's health. That's just as good, frankly. Wasn't there cells this way? Oh, rockets and shells. Can't say no to that shit. Ooh, light amp. Thank you. That will definitely help. Now, I believe... Yep. Oh, total invisibility. That will help even more. And where'd the lost souls that were guarding it go? You know what? Who cares? They can't see me. Neither can anything else right now. Let's just use that. Don't need it. Bam! Proper exit. Ah, the Cyber Demon. We skipped a bunch of levels on the shores of hell. But we still got the secret. Still works like a charm. Alright, I'm going to do that again, but explain what's happening. So what just happened there is I just shot myself in the back of the head with the plasma gun. So what happens and why this is able to be is because when you're running and you start strafing, your strafe speed is actually slightly higher than your run speed. It's higher enough that you're faster than any projectile in the game, including your own. So while you're moving and shooting, your shots are actually spawning behind you and then hitting you in the back of the head. So now we're running. See, we're just barely outrunning them. But now we start getting diagonal. Whoosh! And you just burn yourself down. Plasma rifle, 40-watt range, killed you. It sure did. Twice now. Alright, let's actually waste this piece of shit. Now you gave a... Yeah, I didn't think I'd be fast enough there. I'm sure I'm carrying enough rockets in the meantime anyway. And so long as I don't strafe run, I ought to be pretty okay. Oh, I think that's him. Yeah, that's the right shape of boxy nothing. That's a Cyber Demon. Well, it's still alive, so it has to be the Cyber Demon. Oh, no, there he is. There he was. You've done it. The hideous Cyber Demon Lord that ruled the lost Deimos moon base has been slain, and now you are triumphant. But where are you? You clamber down to the edge of the moon and look down to see the awful truth. Deimos floats above hell itself. You've never heard of anyone escaping from hell, but you'll make them sorry they ever heard of you. Quickly, you rappel down to the surface of hell. Now it's on to the final chapter of doom. Inferno. The edge of the moon, right? Like it's just like a flat earth thing, just crust. And definitely you can just rappel off. You know, the same way you'd rappel off the side of the earth. Come on now, catch up. Now, technically, this is a reuse of the skybox from the previous episode, but you didn't see quite enough of it, so most people wouldn't really notice. This one is still clearly hell, though, so I'm definitely happy about that. Not like that, you know, using the Phobos skin in hell like that Activision person. Would you get out of here? I need you lured out here so I can get the damn shotgun. The astronauts came back from the moon on a long fireman pull. I mean, yeah. They got the call for Earth, and that's just how they went. Didn't you see that movie of Star Trek where they did that same thing? Then they sword fought on it for some reason? Because that's Star Trek. Get moving! Oh my god, I have to move so much faster because the cacos are probably already in here. Oh, nope, but they see me. They're coming. Oh, got the medkit, got the medkit. Go, 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 run! You stop appearing! Okay, okay. I think they left me alone. I think then I can deal... I'm trying to remember which of the new Star Trek movies that was, where they had that giant pole that they were in the ionosphere and Sulu was having a sword fight, and I was just kind of rolling my eyes the whole time. Probably Into Darkness? That feels right. He had some sword that he kept like a deck of cards, and then, you know, it folded out. Very Star Trek weapon. Get through the skull door. But don't forget the rocket launcher, because that is super necessary for survival. Yeah, 69. Nice. That is a perfect ratio. A nice and 200s. Quote-unquote movement patterns. Where is that? Oh, the Cacademon's over here. I'm just being goofy. Wait. Who's doing that? That's Lost Souls. I know what that orange dot is. Best part is I'm not even joking. I do know. That was a pretty concise lesson in blast radius. Unpredictable in this version. Come on. Now get out of there. Get. Okay, now we gotta deal with regular weapons. Whoa! Jeez. I was gonna say, did you even take damage from that rocket? I think it would only taken one more shell normally. It must have been a bad hit. Like I said, splash damage is all over the place in this version. That's why I was able to beat the Cyber Demon with the chainsaw at 2 in the morning. Because the splash damage was... RNGesus was on my side. You know, some hits were doing 17%, others were doing 60%, but, you know, it wasn't one of those hits that does like 195 on health and armor. It was significantly more randomly survivable. Oh, thank fuck we're getting the chain gun soon. Oh my god, these hit scanners. Oh, right, and that floor hurts too. God. How many fucking things can see me? Okay, you guys were just doing your own thing. Where's the lost soul? I heard him. Whatever. I'll get the gun first. Oh, no, you don't. You are going to get hung up on set pieces like a good shaved gorilla. Stay locked. Stay stun locked. There's a good berry. Whoa! Get thee hence. Wait, no, I already got that. What is that other secret I'm looking for? Right. There's a funny shaped landmass that is pointing right at it. That should be it. Wasn't there another box of shells in here? You bet your ass. Wow, one rocket just took him out. See? Inconsistent splash damage. That is the name of the game. Truly, though, I wish there was a way to cycle my weapons down instead of being constantly having to cycle them up. Makes changing a little tricky sometimes. Wow! That was just crantastic. Must have been one of those like big beefy rockets, like that single one that took out the Cacodemon and walloped 2 others. It's in your face before you realize he's in front of you. Hungry demons. You're forgetting some bullets there, chain gun. It's okay, even if they don't sound, they are coming out and doing damage. You are supposed to be in cages, but the cages aren't actually in this version, so I guess I'll forgive you. Ow. Oh, no, you don't. I knew you were there. I was about to say, I'm so glad you're hung up and unable to enter the door, and then they entered the door as though they knew what I was thinking. We don't want to jump in there. There's actually no way out of that rad suit. Or radiation hole that I would need a rad suit for. God damn. Second favorite music in the game here. My favorite wasn't included, oddly. Well, that is strange, because I thought this had, even though it didn't have the complete... Well, I suppose if we're losing levels, we're probably missing some music. Oh, no. Yeah. I just remembered which one that was. Yeah, that didn't make it into this version. Deep into the code. All right, try again. Come on, man. This bitchin' shotgun only works if you hit the enemy. You got it, or also known as Behind the Crooked Cross by Slayer. There's a lot of inspired music in Doom's soundtrack. And we love it for it. Did I pick up a chainsaw yet? No. I'm just thinking of my inventory from previous episode. So that wouldn't have been smart to whip out. Like Ryu whipping out his dragon sword. I still can't believe the game actually said that. Seriously funny shit. Lost Soul, you are... Okay, you need to stop. Stop that. Okay, well, I guess that's sort of a net profit. I do have rockets. I do have cells. All right, I'll call it a profit. I'm not going to engage the rest of that, though. Pretty sure there's no ammo that way, and that's what I need the most right now. Health would do, but I want ammo. Particularly cell ammo, because here's where we're getting our BFG. Nobody wants to come down the stairs? There should be a pinky. Hello? You're gonna make me go looking for you, aren't I? That's fine. Keep you nice and contained. Wait, was that something else? Oh, yeah, another bunny. Maybe you were who was supposed to chase me before. Or maybe it was you. So many pinkies. Who is to blame? I know there's something in there. Ha! Gotcha! Waste that entire soul sphere, but you know what? Getting the BFG is pretty worth it. Be especially grateful at the end when it's just like, alright, you know what, Spider Mastermind? Splat! I probably won't even be able to finish saying Spider Mastermind before it dies. Out of my way, coming through. Nope, don't need to. Don't want to, don't need to. Oh, you think you're gonna fucking flank me? I'm gonna kill you. I still have like 20 seconds. Move! Get out of my goddamn way! You will not contain me. It just occurs to me that, Winters, you had mentioned Unholy Cathedral. I'm starting to think that this level doesn't appear in this version of the game. Because I'm pretty sure that, yeah, this comes next, and then Mount Erebus, or Erebus, depending on how you pronounce it, and then it's to Warren's, because we get the secret level, and then that's Gate to Limbo, and then the Spider Mastermind. Yeah, yeah. I don't think Unholy Cathedral is in this version, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, that should be what comes after this level, but it doesn't. I remember now. But, you know, my thoughts on it still stand. How many shells can you take? Okay, apparently that many. Try not to activate those. Good, we can still get its secrets. And its delicious, delicious ammo. You... Alright, back to normal. Now, the real running gauntlet. I might need a single shot to push a hole into a crowd. Oh, maybe not. Oh, we might be able to outrun the bitches. Yeah, door open first try. Now, if I can just jam myself in there, I think I could count myself as mostly safe because the monsters tend to get super hung up on each other around that doorway. Doubly so for this version. That seems to be accurate. They don't seem to be following me. I'm all kinds of okay with that. Boom shakalaka. That's another game you could play after playing Doom if you had a Super Nintendo. Go straight to WrestleMania Arcade. I mean, it is a fun game. But there's so many better fighting games on the Super Nintendo if you really just wanted to play a fighter. Get out of my way. Please move. Please move before I become uninvincible. Okay, that's a good one. It's a total debacle! Winters knows what's up. Yep, and here we are at Mount Erebus. We totally skipped the unholy cathedral. Jeez, they can just eat the punishment even though this gun is so much deadlier. I'm not going up there, because... Okay, now we can go up there. I think he's dead. I was going to say, I wouldn't go up there first, because he's fast. Barons this fast are always super bad news. Now, I presume those other cacos are now trying to get in here. Or do I have to lure them? I have to lure them. Oh, right. They can move when they're hungry, but I might be able to just sack them off here. Oh boy, this might not have been a good idea. Maybe I should have just tried to funnel them through the door. Boy, this stopped winding. I miss circle strafing so much in circumstances like these. Man, thy flesh consumed on this console is going to be some hellish. I can't wait for it. I gotta get me some fucking health. That was a big ouch. That's not the way to more health. Whoa! Dude just fucking skating around like he owns the place. That is not a rad suit, but I will need a rad suit to get it. There you are! God! I was gonna say, who's putting these giant fucking holes in me? Alright, that's fine. Actually, that is quite fine. This isn't the only vulnerability I need. Or have in the level to use. I could use this to power up. I could go get that combat armor. Bingo, bango, so much more endurance. Then we'll just pick up the other one. I can't believe I just wasted a whole BFG shot on just a pinky. That is some special kind of ammo usage. Fuck yeah, wasted everything. Okay, now let's get... Are you the teleporter? Yeah, you're the teleporter. And now... Fucking want that. Got a chain gun, because I know I'm about to get hounded by dicks and lost souls. Have to be at a specific angle. There we go. See, in the original, you could just rocket jump your way in, but rocket jumping doesn't really work in this version. Shujinko, can you help me? Punch! It's the most satisfying thing to do when you're just running around in the conquest mode. Did you pick up the ammo box? Now we don't gotta be afraid of these bitches. Because I got the ammo to kill you. Go down. There you go. Oops. Oh no. Bad things. Very bad things. Alright, I guess we're just not getting that. That doesn't open from this side by any chance, does it? You know what? That's fine. That is totally fine. We still got lots of bullets. To do it, we'll even get these guys out of the way. Or to prove it, rather. Excuse me. Next time I'm running through here, it's going to be like a maniac, so I'll just use that health right now. Do I have a chainsaw yet? Nope, just fists, and I don't have berserk yet, so don't be trying to fish the pinkies. Stay nice and bottleneck, boys. Everybody bunch up, I got limited shots. Some kind of dispatcherator. Get off the friggin' wall, Peanuts. Okay, now I'm just gonna have the... How many cells do I have? 200. I'm about to have a lot more rockets, and I'm about to be invincible. I'm gonna stick with rockets. Oh my god. Ow, ow, ow. Nope. I'm just not gonna fight you. You ain't worth the resources. I still have to run and make use of this invincibility. Nope. No interest in the barons. I do have an interest in more invulnerability, though. So these guys can be fought. More cells and vulnerability. A chainsaw I kept thinking I had. Weird that the chainsaw is that deep into your weapon roster and not near your fists like normal. Ah, get out of my way. I already have everything I want. Boop. Gate to Limbo. My favorite level of Inferno. Feels nice that no matter what version of the game I'm playing, my favorite levels make it. Mostly. Definitely good that all my favorite levels from this game made it into this port. Made it all the easier for me to enjoy when it was the version I had access to. Love this music. Oh, right, that whole cacodemon thing that comes out behind. Usually I'm good about turning around and dealing with him immediately. Oh, well. Not exactly paying too dearly for that choice. Two of them, you say? Alright, that was a pretty adequate punishment. I can still bounce back. We're over 100 health. Do, 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 do. Now, let's just remember to hit this switch now. Because if I don't, I'm definitely not going to remember to hit it later, and then I'm going to be in a blind panic when that thing isn't open, and I'm expecting it to be. Now, we need... Yes, we need to go this way. First to the barren blue door. That's not the barren blue door. I thought you were... What? There's a fucking baron on it. Jeez. I was calling it the baron door because there's a baron on the other side, not because there's a baron on it. It just happens to line up that way. Yeah, shotgun, chainsaw, then chain gun? That's weird. I mean, I guess if you're grouping chains, that's a way to do it. 400 cells? I think I'm just going to stick with you for the rest of the game. I'll just take that. Poor viewers are like, how the hell do you see anything? You know where you're going. And yes, and yes. Now it's the red switch fucking... Well, not festival, but... Well, sure, why not? The Festival of Red Switches. Cavalcade. Protracted series of them. You know what? No. I'm just not gonna deal with that nonsense. They are one of the last few enemies towards the exit, and I don't want it. I just don't want it. None of that noise. Okay, I don't want that switch yet. I do want these switches. First, you. Whoa, was something biting me? No, probably just... Oh, I was getting shot. That's the problem. That's second part. Okay, so then we need you. Be gone. Back into here. Last spot. Doesn't even really need the 420 blaze it. .40. God, didn't even need to switch guns. We have so much fucking ammo. Oh boy. Are you all ready for this? The fastest end boss fight that you ever did see. First, I'm gonna let the thing kill me so you can get a good look at this translation. You know, kind of like the Cyber Demon, there's a massive pixels. I'm like, oh, I know what that thing is. You know, you get close and you see, it's not actually bad. It's chunky, but it's right. Now, we're just gonna squish him dead. Just dead. The last boss of the game. Obliterated.
The loathsome spider demon that masterminded the invasion of the moon bases and caused so much death has been beaten for all time. A hidden doorway opens and you enter. You've proven far too tough for hell to contain. For you emerge from the door to see the green fields of Earth. Home at last. I wonder what's been happening on Earth while you've been battling evil unleashed. It's a good thing that no hellspawn could have come through that door with you. ...
And then you get a cutscene where we track over and we see Daisy. Except that's not something we see in this version. I'm sure that was just memory constraints. And here's the pushover boss. Yep, Winters has seen me paste this spider so many times I've lost count. Probably just on this version alone. Is Dan coming back? I wasn't here to hear what he said. Did I leave? Oh, wait. Fuck. I was not watching live. Oh! Shit! I was starting to wonder what you were asking about the Shujinko. I'm like, we're not playing Mortal Kombat. That's... I'm not talking during that. Whoopsie doodle. But I mean, that's half the point that I'm doing all these streams to keep on archived on YouTube, right? Because I know after like a week on Twitch, they're just gone. And if you want to catch up on something, there's always the clean version on YouTube. I'm sure you were with us in spirit. It's okay, Brad. It'll be on the YouTube channel. You can watch it whenever you like. I thought you took a bathroom break. No, I didn't. That was a you oopsie. Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch. Yeah, I'll have a... you know, just like I do in a bit, I'll have everything, you know, cleaned out. There will be a video for the first part of the stream with Mario, and then a separate one for the Doom part. I was there in spirit. I know you were, Brad. You're one of the biggest fans here, and we appreciate having you. But that has been Doom for the Super Nintendo. And I don't think there's enough time left in the day for me to start a new game and finish it, so I think we're just gonna call that a stream. Although it's still funny that Shujinko just punches everyone. I mean, yeah, he's in the realm of Mortal Kombat. The language of the world is punches, so duh, keep punch that old lady for saying hello. That was fun, thank you so much. I'm glad you had a good time, Toil. I'm always grateful for everybody that chose to spend some time. Great playthrough for the 20, wait, what is that number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 233,443rd time. You know what? This game just never gets old. Ever. Ever, ever. Ruffle Brat's having a good time. All right, well, that has been a stream for today, guys. Thank you all for joining me and watching me beat this jank version and struggling with some Super Mario. Join us tomorrow. I don't know what we're playing yet, but you'll just have to tune in to find out with me. Until then, guys, see you later.